Okay, this next video is going to be on how to do the how to run the test mode codes through the machine. This is a nice feature that allows you to isolate each one of the functions of the machine through the PLC. So for instance, if you want to test a cylinder, if you want to test something mechanically, if you want to test a coil in a contactor, if you want to test a solenoid, and so on. So in the function setting codes, we'll see test mode is 4A, and it wants us to have it set in the 3/8 depth. So we're going to go ahead and set 4A 3/8 deep. Machine's on. Now over here we have the different features or codes that we can run through the machine. For instance, 0, we'll start with 0, the feed. The feed is this device here that feeds the stringers through the machine. So we're going to go ahead and set that to 0. So it's 0. Now when I press the start button, it's going to feed. Nothing else starts, just that one apparatus, just that one position of the machine, which is our feed. So now we're going to go to number 1, which is the clamp. This is the feed clamp, per the instructions there. Okay. Number 2 is the clamp down in feed. And we'll just go through the list. Number 3 is the out feed side. Number 4 is a half stop. That's inside the unit there. That's for setting our depth. Not very easy to see, but you can hear it operating. It's inside the unit. Okay, so number 4 is going to show us the tread going forward ever so slightly. The riser one is a little bit harder to see because it doesn't have as far to travel. As you can see it getting torsion, so it is trying to push that. So that's working just fine. Number 7 is a pressure selector. That's just a valve on the side. Number 8 is the fence in-feed clamp. The out-feed clamp. Number 10 will be bottom layout cutout light. That's just a little light up here. 11 is the riser speed hydraulic valve. That's basically the brake valve. That's the one that we were talking about in the previous video, that we hear that we set that one up when it goes into the brake. If you put your hand on it, it's that valve right there. If you put your hand on it, you can feel it shift. That will let you know that it's working. Top router plunge. This is a nice one. This one you'll probably use quite a bit, not only to test but also to do some cleaning. On occasion, on the bottom one, number 13, when the machine is running and the router is in the up position, sawdust will build up in between this base here and the bottom base. We have a blower there that helps blow all the dust out of there, but it's not always perfect. You will get some dust in there. So when the router goes down, it can't compress the sawdust and it won't make this switch. If this switch isn't on, it's not on right now because my hand's in, so I'm going to turn it back on again. But you see the switch is on right now. But if that switch were to not come on, the machine wouldn't run because it doesn't know where the router is relative to the top router. They could potentially be engaged, so it's not going to start. So if you put it in the test mode and you hit that button, you'll see it'll go up. And that's a good time a good opportunity to blow the dust out of there without having to go in there and physically lift it up without air pressure. You can just do it with the air pressure, because the test mode will work even if that light's not on. So, and then the last two are the contacts, and I'll just go ahead and fire off the top router once. So that gives you the ability to kind of go through each one of the functions and run the machine.